All right, man, this is the first build of this little sub series of builds I'm doing where we are doing playoff players, man. So I'm going to try to get at least like the starting five for most of these teams because I feel like a lot of these teams have really, really good starting five builds. And considering that some of them also have their own Pro Tunes. So whenever I get to these players, I will be showing the Pro Tunes if I feel like they are deserving of the video and deserving of being pulled out. But there are like other ones that I feel like, you know, are pretty good, but I feel like mine could be a little bit better. And also I might make some substitutions for some people in the starting lineup just based on me personally. But I will show like a quick little glimpse of like the starting player, but I'll go more in depth on the person that I replaced that player with based on, you know, my personal preferences, my play style and everything. And also it's like considering that there might have been a player that I have made a build for previously in the year, whether I made a video for them or not. And, you know, I decided that it was a little bit better just to go with something else because their build just didn't work, or, you know, I tweaked the build, whatever. So anyway, we're going to start off with the Pacers, man, because I'm a Pacers fan. I'm recording this on Saturday. Court Conquer event fucked up, so I'm sitting here recording this video instead before the Pacers and the Knicks tip off here in a little bit. So let's go ahead and go over this Andrew Nembhard build, man, because I've been playing on this build and I'm having a lot of fun on this build. Let me tell you this right now. 6'4" shooting guard, 190 pounds, and I minimized the wingspan on this version here because on this version with the minimum wingspan, you can still get to like the 91 steal rating and get like a 99 3-point rating. So that's pretty much like the main thing here. It's like if you really want to have like a 99 on your 3-point rating, then by all means go ahead and do this version. The original version that I actually play on is not this version because I still have the default wingspan that I originally had, where I only get to like a 95, which is fine. But this version obviously is a little bit tweaked. And when I say a little bit tweaked, I mean literally just the 3-point rating being you know, a 94, and then also having a higher free throw, I believe, as well. But for the most part, we gotta start from the top and then make our way down. I also have pretty good playmaking, pretty good defense, some, you know, decent physicals here. But overall, I feel like this build does fit Nembhard a little bit in terms of like his actual play. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So we do have a 73 close shot, which is good enough for Paint Prodigy. That's the only reason why I have it, just in case we need Paint Prodigy to pop for whatever reason. Then we also have our driving layup at an 85. Now our driving layup being at an 85 is pretty solid because that's what gives us layup mixmaster on silver. And ultimately you're not able to get this on gold, unfortunately, but you are able to get float game, and float game being upgraded to gold as well could be pretty beneficial. If you are somebody that is able to utilize floaters, you know, pretty effectively, that will definitely help you out a lot here. But for the most part, we do have the 85 just so we can get that layup mixmaster. It's not like Nembhard is much of a driver and finisher. I mean, really, it's like anybody can drive and finish at the rim pretty effectively on the Pacers team. But when it comes to like, is that the number one option that you're looking for each player? No. So I wanted to make it where you can still do it, but it's not going to be like your number one option in terms of scoring. But if the lane is there and you take the lane, or you get like a little cut, you are able to get the driving layup up there in. So for our shooting, though, we do have an 86 mid-range, but we do have a 94 3-point rating. And I know like Nembhard is not much of like a mid-range shooter. I mean, to be fair, really not a lot of the guys specifically like intentionally try and like look for the mid-range shot. The only people that really try to look for the mid-range shot, at least like, you know, consistently, is Pascal Siakam. He's the one that mostly looks for those mid-range shots, in TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell and obviously Pascal Siakam are the two most they look for the mid-range the most out of all the players on the team. Aaron Nesmith as well kind of does, because he was getting, especially like in this postseason, he's been getting in his MJ bag with those mid-range fades, man. And I love what I was seeing from him. But everybody mostly just tries to look for the three or look for like the inside. So I don't really think a lot of these players will have a higher mid-range than a 3-point rating, in my personal opinion. That's just me. So that's the only reason why he's got an 86 mid-range here. But we do have the 94 3-point rating here. We have a 97 free throw, as I mentioned. But the 94 3-point rating, we do have all these badges on gold. Every badge that we're able to get here. So we don't get mini marksman because we're a 6'4", which is unfortunate. And we don't have post-play phenom, obviously, with our mid-range because we just don't have the post control for it. So every other badge that is available here, we do actually get. So with that, we do have, you know, Deadeye, Limitless, Set Shot, and Shifty, all on gold. But ultimately, you can get these all on Legend if you do the 6'4" strat. If you do go with the 6'4" wingspan instead of like the default wingspan that I have, where I only get a 95 3-point rating. So yeah, and the reason why I just went with the 95 3-point rating on the one that I actually upgraded is just because it didn't really matter to me. I knew where I was gonna spend most of my stuff. It's like I get the 95 3-point rating to get Deadeye on Hall of Fame, and we also have Set Shot Specialist on Hall of Fame as well. So it's like I get either of those on Legend using the max +1. So that's like the two like most important ones, honestly. I don't really need Limitless Range on Hall of Fame or anything like that. Limitless Range is not really like as effective being that high as it was before, because before obviously it was really, really good. Then they just kind of nerfed Limitless Range to a point where it's like you don't even need it super high, you just need it, and then you'll be able to utilize it. But then obviously everybody that is like a high rep has like heat check and two-way tenacity and all that stuff, so then you're just able to get shots up pretty well. And then once you also have like satellite or like the deep bomber takeover ability, just in general, whether you have chef or satellite, then you're just able to, you know, shoot from the logo every single fucking time, or pretty much half court every single shot. So yeah, so I just felt like Deadeye and Set Shot Specialist were more important than really getting Shifty and Limitless Range, because I'm not really shooting fades like that personally. And Nembhard really isn't shooting fades like that, but then gold is still pretty effective, and then gold Limitless Range is still pretty effective as well. So with this version, obviously you can get to a 99, get all these pretty much on Legend. On my version that I've been playing on, I only get Deadeye and Set Shot on Legend, but on Hall of Fame, and then I have the max +1 on Set Shot Specialist, and using that on Legend. For playmaking though, we do have a 92 pass accuracy, we have an 88 ball handle, and then an 86 speed of ball. So the 92 pass accuracy, I mean, he is still really good at being like a Carmo guard, being a passer and everything like that. So this is what we have here. 92 pass accuracy does give us that Hall of Fame dimer, so we can obviously use caps if you want to upgrade everything else and get everything else up to par, because obviously we can get Versatile Visionary upgraded, and we can get Bailout upgraded, we can get Break Starter upgraded. We cannot get Dimer upgraded because you need 98, and we can only get up to a 97 maxed out here. But it's really, really good that we can get everything else upgraded and up to par. But ultimately, with the tier 2, with the max +1 on our tier 2 badges, we're more than likely just going to use it on Dimer, just so that we can ultimately get Legend Dimer. And I feel like that would be really, really good. Ball handling though, we have an 88, which means that we can use 5 caps to not get Ankle Assassin. But we can ultimately get Handles for Days. Yes, we can get Handles for Days upgraded, and we also get that Unpluckable. And also, yeah, we do get Ankle Assassin. Just in case you're wondering, we do get Ankle Assassin. Don't roast me in the comments, guys. I'm just trolling, because we do get Ankle Assassin upgraded. So all 3 of these badges get upgraded. That's the one good thing about this, having an 88 ball handle, is that you can have all 3 of these badges be upgraded to gold, which is pretty solid. And once you obviously get like past that 92 into that 93 threshold, then that's when you start getting really, really good dribble animations. So pretty solid stuff there. And then here we go with the lightning launch being at an 86. You know, some people would be like, okay, can you use the caps to get to a 91? No, because you need to practically go from 190 to like 178 on your weight. And that's dumb as shit. I ain't going to 178 pounds just to get to a 91 speed of ball to get lightning launch using 5 caps when I'm already going to be using on this build caps on 3-point rating, caps on pass accuracy potential. You can use caps on ball handling. You can use caps on speed of ball. And that's the thing though, with this particular build, you can utilize like 5 cap breakers on pretty much everything here, like 3-point rating, as I mentioned, pass accuracy, ball handling. You can't really do it with speed of ball. So that's the only reason why I'm just like, what's the point? What's literally the point? I'm like so confused. What's the point of having a speed of ball getting to a 91 when you have 3-point rating that you're going to be using 5 caps on? You can use 5 caps on your pass accuracy to get to like a 97. You can use 5 caps to get to a 93 ball handling. So then you can get ankle assassin on gold and handles for days and unpluckable all upgraded. That's already 15 caps that you can use right there. And then you have 5 more caps that you can use on getting lightning launch. That's 20 caps. There'll be 20 caps potential, and it's only going to be good if you are a legend 1. Like, if you are a legend 1, then you are pretty much set. It don't matter. But there are so many people that are not even vets. So, obviously, that's why I'm just giving you guys to pick and choose. But defense, though, we do have an 85 perimeter defense and 91 steal. The 85 perimeter defense, the only reason why I went with the 85 is just because if you look at the Pacers, you have like Halliburton, who's not as great of a defender for the perimeter. And, you know, I would give him like a 74 where it's like he can guard. He's just like mediocre. He's not the greatest, but he can still guard the perimeter from time to time. Like I said, he's just not going to be the best. He's not going to be consistent. And then you have like the best perimeter defender on the team, which is Aaron Nesmith, which is why we've been, you know, using him to guard fucking Brunson this entire series. But yeah, like Nesmith is like the best, so I would give him like a 92 plus. Nembhard is still like up there, like a really, really good perimeter defender, but I don't think he's up there to like Aaron Nesmith level, where he's like, you know, ultimately like a superior, you know, player. Otherwise, we would be putting Nesmith on him and then just like switching him off every once in a while. And then, you know, just so they're not guarding Jalen Brunson the entire game, like Nesmith is right now currently, where he's guarding him the entire fucking game. And then, you know, whenever there's like a screen, they have to switch, and that's the only time that Nembhard gets on Brunson. So I figured put him in the middle. 85 gives you 5 more cap breaker potential here, where you can get to a 90 perimeter defense to get pick dodger. But ultimately, that's 25 cap breaker potential there if you did get with the 90, 91 speed ball as well. But already that's 20 cap breaker potential. So you got all these on silver, pick dodger, on ball menace challenger. You have gold, off ball pest. Pretty good stuff there. And then the 91 steal is pretty good because that gives you glove and interceptor, both on gold. I feel like that's good enough. Because he's not going to be insane like at getting like steals every single possession, but obviously with the 91 steal, I feel like that makes sense because he obviously is very, very good at being in his lanes and you know, getting those steals. So we really wanted him to get that, even though it's not going to be consistent with him doing that every single game. But obviously he is still good enough to deserve a rating where he will be consistent in the game. Now with our physicals, we have an 85 speed, 85 agility. He's not really like the fastest player on the court for being, you know, like 6'4" or anything like that. So we just went with like an 85 kind of situation here. We don't get outflying tonight, but we do get that slippery off ball on gold. And then, you know, the agility is what gives us slippery off ball, shifty on gold, pick dodger, and on ball menace. And then our, our strength is just whatever. Our vertical is just whatever. They're not like, Nembhard's not like somebody who's like super, super strong. And then he also doesn't have like a super high vertical. Like he doesn't get up there to like dunk or anything like that. He's just going to do layups and shoot the ball, be like the combo guard situation where he can play the main ball handler situation if needed. But ultimately, he's going to sit there and be kind of like a 3-and-D situation as well, if needed. But always going to be like a pass first kind of player. But if he's got the wide open shot, he's going to take that and he's going to score every time. Or if he has the lane and he gets to cut to the basket, he's going to score that every time as well on those layups. So yeah, pretty good stuff here. If we take a look, we don't have, we don't have Nembhard on the shades of here, unfortunately. But we do have Dante Exum. Hey guys, we have Dante Exum. Remember Dante Exum? Guys, do you remember Dante Exum and how important he was like 2-3 years ago in the game with his jump shot? Remember that? I don't. But hey, 2-way 3-level combo guard definitely made sense to me. In my personal opinion, I'm just annoyed that there is no real good face creations. Like this one's okay, but it's not the best face creation out there. So if somebody can make a better face creation, let me know in the comments, and then I'll definitely check you out and see what your face creation is looking like for Andrew Nembhard. Yeah, anyway, that's kind of like it for this. I mean, you practically get like all of Nemby's animations, I guess. I mean, you get his jump shot, you get his motion style. I know of, like, you can practically get all the animations that he has available in the game. But he doesn't have a lot. So he literally does not have a lot. His jump shot is pretty quick and pretty weird. It's smooth for the most part, but his flick is kind of weird. That's the only thing that's like weird about it. He doesn't also have like, he literally has like, kind of like Callie, he doesn't have a lot of height to his shot as well. So that's like another weird thing about his jumper. But hey, it's a pretty quick jumper. So if you like quick jumpers, there you go. That's gonna be it for me. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video though. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.